Hello. I have been gone again, and I'm not gonna promise anything about any schedules because I have been a bit overwhelmed in recent times. My exams didn't go as well as I planned, and then in the summer vacation, we had to make a project. We still have to, it's still the summer vacations, and it has come to my realization that I am not as far as I'm supposed to be in terms of skills outside the college, which will actually matter to give you a job, and I am learning a bit, and I would like to share what I've learned till now, and I would like to tell what I feel. This is not a usual video. I know I have been sticking to gaming and ranting about some things or giving thoughts on some topics. This video is more about my personal journey in the 4 months in which I have been gone. And I know not many people, well, I hope many people could relate to this, because in a race you always feel there are people ahead of you. You always feel that you're not doing enough, but I think it's important to look back at where you were when you were actually not doing anything, and then move forward. And in order to do that, I am making this video for myself, so I can understand that even though I might not be where I'm supposed to be, even though that's very discouraging and it's tough to move on from that, and it's very easy to give up and not do anything, thinking you're already far behind, why should you continue? I think it's important to start, and yes, if you're behind, you have to catch up, but that is only possible if you actually start. So I did start. So now I'm planning on showing you what I've started and how I'm going to move on ahead. The first thing which I did do is make a GitHub account, which is Pixie Synchronous. Please, you can have a look if you want. This wasn't easy as well. It took me around a few hours to figure this out. How to upload my project over here into repositories, etc. I did use GPT a lot for this. So the first project which I made, I deployed it on Vercel because I actually couldn't figure it out how to deploy on GitHub, Git pages or something. It's called Up Down, and I named it because I guess I'll just show it to you. It's a very simple project. All it does is, I guess you can see the buttons. It can convert your text to uppercase, lowercase, and clear or copy text. Gives us some analysis and a preview. And there's a dark mode. And there's an about page, which is all GPT. The main reason to doing this was to learn React. I did learn the React through Code with Harry, and this was the first project which we had to do actually. And if I could just show you the playlist which I did it from, if you want to do it yourself, I do recommend this, but it is 3 years old at this point, so many things are outdated. So for that you'll need to use GPT, and I am almost halfway there. I'm on my third project over here. So this is my first project. I can show you the source code. Let's see, app.js. So this is I did learn to use features like routing to load up pages, and actually whole React, how to create a React app, what all it has, what it does, etc. Routes are a pain in the ass, by the way. I don't like it sucks. Anyways, apart from that, I did make notes, and I think this is one of the most important aspects to it, because this is how I actually learned. I know you can just GPT everything, but if you have notes, you can just refer to these notes in specific to the problems which you actually faced. And this is my first app, as you can see. These notes I actually wrote myself, but then later on I added GPT to make the notes, which is alright, because I asked him, or whatever its gender is, don't cancel me, to write the notes, what all I wanted. So that's my first app. Again, this is very basic for someone who is in second year going into third, hopefully, because my exams didn't go well, but I know I'm not gonna fail. This is very basic. And then my second app which I did was a news app. It calls an API, news API, and let me just see. Okay, so first let's go over the features it has. Firstly, I've learned how to implement an API into React. The thing with APIs is it gives you a lot of data, and how you use that data is upon you. So firstly, I used the category data to make a nav bar over here. By the way, all of this is Bootstrap. I didn't do CSS. Again, I know nothing. I don't know HTML or CSS or JS. I don't know how I just managed to go into React, but it's actually kind of intuitive. So if you also don't know HTML or are underconfident, I think you can just start and see where that gets you. So categories I've used over here. So to arrange it, the published on, this is a date variable which I learned. This is the title, of course, and the description. Read more is a button which goes to the actual link of the article, and this is the publisher, right? And I have infinite scrolling in this. Infinite scrolling, I did learn to just copy it from online. This is scary, bro. I did learn how to copy code from online and implement it. I could not get it to work over here. Even GPT couldn't help me. I don't know what is up with that. And then that's about it. The loader thing, I've actually reused that component in my third project, which is again another thing I learned. You can reuse your components and how to do that. This is about it. If I do show you the code of the news app, I'll have to go to GitHub, won't I? So where's GitHub? One more important thing, if you're following Code with Hari to make this news app, is while uploading it to GitHub, I noticed that it wasn't working. So I had to change the way the API was called. It wasn't supposed to be called from the front end. It was supposed to be called from the back end. I didn't understand any of it, but I just asked GPT to do it, and it did it. Which made me realize that nowadays you don't really need the skills, the deep understanding of skills, to make something which you have envisioned. All you need to know is the basic structure, where to put it, and you must understand what it's doing. I know I don't understand what I did, but I mean it works. So this is the infinite scroll which I just copied. I'm not seeing where is the call-in happening, but you can see for yourself. This is the commit which I did. A proxy was needed. I couldn't understand that. Routes. Okay. So my third app which I'm currently working on is not been deployed, and it's this AI image enhancer. Pretty simple app, but the main thing I focused on was CSS. By focusing, I meant I copied it all from the YouTube app, from the YouTube video I was following. Again, it's pretty simple. Just upload it, and the enhanced image comes. You can add download, powered by this, even though it's not. And I did learn a lot, how to add files, etc., and display images. Now my future plan for this app is to add a sidebar, and to go to the API and add all of this, because this is that on my own. These APIs would be integrated all on my own, because this is pretty simple. I know I say it looks simple, but to actually do it, it was tough. I had to, troubleshoot a lot of things which you might not think about, like the API not working, the errors which are coming. It's simple to say when it all works out that the whole project was kind of simple, but when you're starting out, nothing is really simple. You don't know much. So if you are starting out as well, if you think you're falling behind and your basic projects appear basic, that's what they're supposed to be, right? They're supposed to be simple because you're learning. You start from simple and then you go to complicated. This is how it's supposed to be. At least that's what I am telling myself. And I hope that I don't go off track and I continue to do this, learn more on the MERN stack development, etc. But it doesn't just stop at Btech, right? It's about everything in life. Start with the basics. And when you do make projects, your starting projects will be simple, and it is hard to not get overwhelmed by the projects your peers are making. I mean, one person has made his own AI through machine learning, which in itself is extraordinary, while I am here calling out APIs. So yes, that's hard. It's hard to comprehend where your peers are, but in order to catch up with them, in order to be at the same level, if not above, you have to start. And to start, you have to start from the basics. So that is why I have made this video. If you are doing something new, you're not alone. And it's better to start right now than to never start and give up. Thank you for watching. I don't know when I'll be back, but I hope to see you soon. Bye.
But what the hell, boy?